Everybody.
It's Mario Galaxy!
Again.
Oh, I'm so excited for this game.
I really want to say Mario Galaxy 2 because I honestly forgot which one we were playing.
No, we're playing the first one first. That's how you do things.
Are we gonna ever play the second one?
Oh,
Don't
yes,
commit
we
to
will.
that.
It's so much better.
Because I hate commitment.
Well, I say so much better as in like this one's bad, but no, it's not. But the second one is better than this one.
This is the only one I've actually played, like all the way through.
Cool.
I played the second one for
Speaking
like
of
two
cool.
stages. Cool.
The Frozen Peak of Baron. Yes, I agree.
I'm sorry.
Yes, glad.
I just downed so much Dr. Pepper before this. Okay. Let's go.
I love skating.
Oh, you can skate.
Yeah. Whoop.
Oh, he's fucking majestic.
That's right, look at that.
He's
And whoop.
gorgeous.
He is gorgeous.
That's nice.
Gorgeous.
I like it.
Uncle
I like
Planner.
it. Hold on, I'm just gonna reach for my phone. Just ignore me for like 5 seconds.
Okay, what's up, Mr. Penguin? Hey, old man, can you catch me? That's kind of creepy.
Let's see here. Stopwatch.
What?
What? Ryan forgot to do his job, so I just remembered it halfway in.
Sorry, I was busy being awesome at skating.
Okay.
I gotta catch this penguin. This penguin.
Dude, ice is so cool, man.
Ice is usually terrible.
That reminds me.
Also, that was a great joke, by the way. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I did.
There was this. I don't know if you remember. I had like the highest comment I think I could have possibly made, even though I don't ever smoke. I don't know if you remember it the other day, but I was making a sandwich for my day job, and
I think I remember this.
And it just hit me, and so I go up to Ryan's room, and I just say to him, I go, dude, do you ever think about how weird cheese is, man? And that's all I said, like, out of context.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I totally had a reason. Cheese is, like, it's just spoiled milk, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
It really is.
Like, we're eating that. Like,
I have to have one of those things.
it's just, like, milk that's, like, hardened and gross.
It's a weird concept, but it tastes delicious.
No, yeah, don't get me wrong. I fucking love cheese.
Ice flour.
But it's just, like, what? I don't know.
Cheese is great.
Cheese is fucking weird, dude.
I don't know. Maybe I'm super weird. Of course I am, but you know. Aside from this, now I'm made of ice, and I can just skate around, do what I want.
Frozone.
Woo! I was gonna start singing.
Frozen.
Let it go, let it go.
So, can we talk about that movie? I know it's pretty recent. Can we do a spoiler-free talk of that movie?
There's ice. Oh God, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Shit. Yeah, because Ryan and I both went and saw it together.
We did, but there was
not
okay.
gay.
There were 3 other girls there, so
yeah.
it's okay.
Let me preface this by saying, like, I had the biggest issue going to see Frozen because I really wanted to see it, but I can't as like a single dude go see Frozen.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm like in my 20s. And like I had like full on beard at the time, so I was worried about being this old
Frozen.
I was worried about being this old dude with a beard just sitting in the back of the theater. But sure enough, when we got there was a dude who was doing just that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so we called some of our friends who are female, and we're like,
we have those.
Yeah, we were like, dude, we can't do this. Can you help us out? Go see Frozen with us.
I mean, I want to just go with Jordan and have a Brozen, but he wouldn't have it.
I couldn't do that. Like, I can't go see a Disney film as a 22-year-old in theaters by myself or just with another dude. But anyway, okay, so I like the film. I really did.
Yeah?
I think it's highly overrated.
Oh no! Why is that? Go ahead and explain it to me.
Oh, crap, I just had like a fully well thought out thing for this and now my mind's blanking. Shit! I'm trying to think of how to do this without like spoiling the film.
Yeah.
Because it is very recent and like there's some things I'm okay spoiling because it's like if you haven't seen it at this point in your life, you know, fuck you. But Frozen, okay, so like I feel like they just kind of like glossed over like a lot of things. Like, I guess it's not really spoiler to talk about like Elsa. Is that the girl with the ice powers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she has ice powers. Much like Baron Burr here, only he's more annoying and less hot.
But like she they just kind of gloss over like her powers in general, and it just everything just seems so rushed and like not very well thought out. Whereas like I've heard people say like, oh my god, you know what's so much better? It's so much better than Tangled. But I love Tangled.
I've never seen Tangled,
Tangled
so
was
I have nothing to
great.
compare it to.
The romance in it wasn't like, you know how like Disney can get a lot of forced romance in there, and that's okay because it's Disney. But like,
Oh god.
Tangled is like seriously just
don't-
like
don't
a really well thought out love story. Like there's all kinds of reasons for it. And it's not just like, here's a forced shoehorn romance. Which in all honesty, I kind of felt like, I know everyone's like, Frozen's great because the women save themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
There was still that like forced romance in there. Only it did feel like super forced to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm not I'm not gonna spoil it, so I'm not gonna get into the romance or whatever.
Yeah. There is romance. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Also, another problem I have is I love Idina Menzel, who voiced Elsa, and I feel like they didn't give her anything to do.
Well, Elsa's character
is so minor.
It's sort of a spoiler, but yeah, her character doesn't play nearly as enough of a role as you think she would.
Yeah, I wanted to know more about her.
It's all about Anna. Is that her name?
Yeah.
The redheaded one?
Yeah, and I really want to know more about Elsa. She seemed like a far more compelling character to me.
She was definitely more dimensional.
Yeah. And they just kind of like gloss over her and don't like give her anything to do. Which I mean,
come on.
You go through the trouble of getting Idina Menzel. Fucking give her something to do, dude.
You can tell it's been a while since I played this game. Crap. I'm afraid I'm gonna die.
You might, and I'll probably laugh.
Don't do that. Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. Give her something to do.
I should get these guys first.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. All right.
Anyway, I don't know. What did you think about Frozen?
Talk about breaking the ice for this video.
Yeah. It's mostly been me talking about it. What did you think about the movie?
I thought it was lovely. I've never seen Tangled before, so I have nothing to compare it to as far as like the newer, the 3D Disney only movies.
Yeah.
Because the normal ones are like Pixar, they're like Monsters Inc., Toy Story, that kind of thing. It's a totally different breed, and they're totally, you can tell there's like a different style in there.
Yeah.
But as far as this movie, I did agree that I agree with the fact that her character was totally underused, and that's why I think that there will probably be a second one. Not only because this one was insanely popular, and it's definitely in the top, I think, like 3 most like grossing animated films ever.
Yeah.
I think I read an article recently that it'd be like Shrek 2 or something is one of the top ever, like top grossing ever. And as far as animated movies go, which is pretty crazy because I mean it was out for a long time, so that may have been part of it. But I think Avatar was like the only one that was up there, and I don't really count that as sort of an animated. From the list I was looking at, it was on there, and I was all right, Avatar is sort of animated.
Sorta. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say, Frozen is a very gorgeous movie. It's very well animated.
And the soundtrack is pretty good. It's really good, actually.
It's rare that like it's not really rare. We play video games all the time, so there's some great video games that can capture it, but
like Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, that wasn't really what I was getting at.
Oh, that's what I'm.
But like Frozen does a really good job of like conveying like some really good like human emotions on animated characters.
Starbits everywhere.
You know who's great at doing that?
Me.
Naughty Dog. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I love Naughty Dog's
So Naughty Dog, remind me what they've done.
Uncharted.
What did they start with? Ratchet.
They were Jack and Dexter. Insomniac does Ratchet and Clank.
I swear, it's those 3. It's Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter, and then Sly Cooper. I think I get them all mixed up.
Sly Cooper was Sucker Punch, I think. Okay. Or did they do the new one?
I don't know.
I think they might have just done the new one.
See, I missed out on all of those, so I'm gonna get the HG like remix of those games.
And so, it's funny. Well, I actually like Ratchet and Clank more than I like Jack and Dexter.
Because I played Spyro and I played Crash, but I never played those 3. Those were like the random like animal mascots of Sony at the time. Yeah. There's so many of them.
Well, no, because it's funny. I played I love the shit out of Ratchet and Clank. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite games in the PS2 era. And then and Jack and Dexter I was kind of like impartial to. Like my brother was really into him. I wasn't really.
Right.
And then it switched because then Insomniac did Resistance: Fall of Man, which I never really got into. And then Naughty Dog did Uncharted, which is probably one of my favorite games of all time.
Right. All of them, or which one specifically out of the 3? I feel like you're probably going to say either 2 or 3.
2.
Most people say 2 is not that good, or not 2. 1 is not that good. People tell me
it hasn't held up as well.
Yeah, people are like, you should just probably skip the first one.
Because
like, I can't do that.
1 was great because it was really like innovative. 2 was great because they just fucking polished the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And 3 was good, but like I mean, 3 was great actually. 3 was fantastic. But 2 was just like so like grand and epic. Like it's hard to compare. But anyway, how do I get on this? Talking about like emotions and like animation.
Yes.
Like Naughty Dog has become like the kings of doing that.
Right.
Specifically with like The Last of Us, which I know you haven't played. But oh my god, what they did for it, it's actually fucking-tastic. So they had the actors in motion capture suits, right?
Yep.
Troy Baker. I forget the other people's name mostly just because Troy Baker. But they didn't motion capture their face.
That was not all, and I didn't get their face. All, and I missed.
You missed. I missed.
Oh, I missed.
But they didn't motion capture their face. So, but what happened was the animators watched them during when they filmed the motion capture for the scenes, and they watched what their faces did, watched how they got flushed and flustered, and they mimicked that perfectly when they animated the faces.
Nice.
The faces in Last of Us are all hand animated.
Interesting.
So when you finally play the game, because you have to.
I will. I mean,
Yeah.
I have it. Well, you have it.
Yeah.
So I'll play it at some point.
So when you finally play it, it's amazing to keep in mind. Oh my God, these are all hand drawn, and they're gorgeous. It's so detailed and fucking. I don't even know how many pixels are in Joel's beard, but it's got to be insane.
So much beard pixels.
Well, I was trying to remember apparently one of the toughest things to animate in Metal Gear was Solid Snake's mullet.
Oh, his mullet.
I remember
Yep.
I think it was an old episode of old issue of PlayStation Magazine or something where they talked about the highest pixel counts in video games. Oh Jesus!
Ow! So many spines.
And they were always talking about random shit Snake's mullet. I'm trying to think other ones that were
fur is really difficult to do as well.
Yeah.
That was I remember because when I was a kid. Oh my God, this was so difficult to do. You have to bounce it off the right angle. Fireballs.
Ricochet.
Yeah, dude. God. One of the most difficult things to animate in Monsters Inc. because I remember watching the special features for that on DVD because that was one of the first DVDs I ever owned myself as a kid. My parents, my parents bought it for me for a birthday gift or whatever. But I was one of the first DVDs I ever owned, so I just watched the crap out of it all the time. And eventually I was like, maybe I shouldn't watch this movie a million times. I should try the special features out to see what they're all about. And so I watched it. I remember one of the most difficult things to animate was Sully's fur because he's such a big character and it's also really fuzzy.
Yeah.
So anytime I play a game like that, because I mentioned when we fought the Monty Mole kind of looking dude, I was oh, it's so fuzzy, and the bee, Queen Bee too. So I always make a point to notice when they do really well with fur.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any truth in it, but I remember a while back, because even though you haven't played Final Fantasy stuff, how everyone's make a remake, damn it,
yeah,
and, all that shit.
There's so many articles now about if this happens, I'll make a remake.
Yeah, well, back in the day, I seem to remember. I could be full of shit here.
Series?
Yeah, but I thought I remembered reading an article where the guy was well, one of the reasons we can't do it is because there's a character in there called Red 13.
The robot guy?
No. He's a wolf. He's a red wolf.
Just kidding.
And they animated him in the movie when they did the movie. They did Advent Children.
Right.
And he was in one scene because it cost so much to animate him because he's just fur.
Oh God.
And it was gorgeous. The 2 scenes he was in, it sucks because he was such a critical character in the actual game. They couldn't do anything with the movie because animation just got too expensive.
Right.
So I seem to remember reading that one of the reasons we can't do a remake is because Red 13 would just be too expensive. And he's one of the earlier characters you get, and he's with you the entire fucking game.
Oh,
so
geez.
it's
You have to animate a lot of
yeah,
for him
just
stuff.
a lot of fur going around.
Right.
All right. Anyway, next time, maybe talk about more movies and remakes and fur.
Maybe talk about a lot more fur.
Probably more fur. 90% more fur.